Good news, everyone. Evil Genius Zero here, bringing you another Lost Club conversation. We're going to talk about episodes 11 and 12 of season 1. I know I said 4, and I did do those episodes. I did watch those episodes. I will talk about them in another video. I'm sorry, guys. I'm just trying to figure out a way to get my videos a little bit shorter, so that you guys can all enjoy them. So episodes 11 and 12 is what we're going to talk about, and they are All the Best Cowboys Have Daddy Issues, focusing on Jack and his past, and then Whatever the Case May Be, focusing on Kate and her past. So let's start with episode 11. The flashbacks focus on Jack, and they show him going through a crisis of conscience. He, particularly in dealing with his father, it shows him at the beginning of the episode having failed to save someone's life. And we learn throughout the episode that it was basically, due to malpractice of his father. His father, had tried to, perform this surgery while somewhat intoxicated. We're not entirely clear as to how drunk he was either. The woman died as a result of his father drinking and then performing some sort of surgery on her. It was an emergency surgery, but we're aware that that happened fairly early in the episode. But Jack has accepted this and kind of moved on. He supported his father's story that, it was just, she was too bad off, even though it's plain that we know that it wasn't the case. There's another little scene that we know a lawsuit is going on. And during some sort of not necessarily a hearing, but like a deposition or something, Jack learns that the woman was pregnant, and that his father knew about that when he went to perform on the surgery. And this is just one step too far for him. For whatever reason, he then narks on his dad, says, this happened because you were drinking. He says it in the deposition. He's like, oh, I want to change my testimony, yada, yada, yada. And so basically what we've learned is, in the previous episode that focused on Jack, his mother said, after you did what you did, you owe him, kind of thing. And we now learn what that is. Jack is the reason why his father is in Australia, of all places, trying to drink himself to death. We don't really know why the father chose Australia yet. I don't know that we ever will. But, sorry, I'm kind of flirting with the bottom of the screen here with my hand waving. We don't know why his father chose Australia, and I don't think we ever will. But we do know that he's the reason for his father's kind of final failure. Jack feels like it's his fault that his father had this problem. So, during this episode, Jack performs CPR on Charlie after they find him in the worst possible thing ever. He's beating on him. Sorry, Batman. Just slamming on his chest with his hand. The worst CPR I've ever seen. I should show you guys CPR. I'm trained to do CPR. It's really, don't get me wrong, it will break ribs, it will do a lot of terrible things. It's just not that dramatic looking. It's it's been a little bit, guys. You just push down like this on somebody's chest. You want to get 2 inches. That's it, 2 inches depth. That's a lot on somebody, but it's not like, I can't give up on Charlie. The other thing is, CPR is good for maintaining some blood flow, but 3-4 minutes in, the person's most likely not going to survive unless you have an AED, which they don't have on the island. So Charlie has this miraculous kind of recovery, very dramatic. Without an AED, seems impossible to me. I know what I did there, guys. Seems very impossible. And the next episode, basically the episode it just follows their search for Charlie. There's also Boone and Locke find some sort of metal thing in the jungle. They don't know what it is yet, and they're trying to figure out, it's at the very end of the episode. So we've recovered Charlie. Boone and Locke are continuing to search past when everyone else does, because everyone else is kind of smart and is like, hey, I'm going to go find safety when it's night out. And they just keep searching. And they find this thing. But that's all we know as of right now. Next episode is whatever the case may be, with the episodes focusing, the flashbacks focusing on Kate again. Now, we know jack and shit about Kate. She, even at the end of this episode, all the flashbacks are her in a bank robbery, and which she apparently has, facilitated in some kind of way, by manipulating some guy to rob it for him under the guise that, like they're together in some kind of way. But she shoots him during the robbery, so we know that it's not real. She both makes out with him and then shoots him. So we know that she's just faking this relationship. So we don't know anything. I mean, we really don't. We know so little about her. Anytime she's asked like a question, she's just kind of like, "Man, I'm gonna go stare at the ocean. I want to get off this island, but I don't really have a good rationale for why, because this is like the only place where I'm free in the world, and I don't have to worry about U.S. Marshals fucking hunting me across the globe. They're not gonna find me here, but whatever." There's like a budding relationship between her and Jack, just an attraction thing, but also with her and Sawyer, which is how the episode starts out. Her and Sawyer kind of flirtingly go swimming, and they find this case, and along with some bodies. The case belongs to the U.S. Marshal. She tries to get it from Sawyer, but he holds on to it, and he's not able to break into it because it's basically indestructible in some kind of way. Despite getting advice from Hurley and Michael on throwing it off a cliff, they actually just say hit it with the axe, but the axe is gone, with Boone and Locke, who are trying to break into this thing, which we now know is a hatch. Just a metal door with a glass, some kind of plexiglass window or something. Because otherwise the axe would break it. We know that it's bulletproof, maybe bulletproof glass. So, the case has a key. Basically, the key is with the buried body of the U.S. Marshal. Everyone else they burned, but they buried his body because it's convenient to the story. So they unbury his body. Kate tries to hide the key from Jack, but he notices that what she did, so he's like, "All right, give me the fucking key, bitch." He doesn't say any of those words because it's for ABC, but she gives him the key. He opens the case up with her. There are guns in the case. There's also a little thing, and what she has done, everything so far in this episode, in the past, in the flashback, and the current timeline, is to recover this little bitty toy plane. We don't know why. She says it belonged to this man she loved and or killed. That's it. We know nothing about Kate, and I'm getting really sick and tired of it. We've had 2 episodes that focus on her. 2! And we know Jack and shit. We know she was on the run, and she got caught, and we know that she was involved in a bank robbery. Fucking bank robbery. And her only goal was, A, not get anybody killed during this bank robbery, which she almost fails 4 times at, and B, and she actively participates in not doing it, because she fucking shoots the people who rob the bank. She just shoots them, in the legs and shit, but, legs, chest, that kind of shit. They'll probably survive, but, who knows. It also is, inconsistent, because, in, the first or second episode, she's handling a gun. She's acting like she'd never touched a gun before, but in the past, she is able to shoot rather well with precision. I mean, it's close quarters, but still. Doesn't really make sense. We don't know a goddamn thing about Kate. And again, we've had 2 episodes. Get it together, guys. So that's it for these two episodes. If you like this video, please share it with your friends. Get some other people involved in the conversation.